I had come to the cemetery that day to pay respects to someone that I had lost just a short 6 months ago. We were childhood friends, grew to be best friends, and eventually we fell in love. She was a headstrong girl, and she was as intelligent and funny as she was beautiful. We had become inseparable. We went to the same college, took a few of the same classes, and eventually even started talking about marriage. We had just started making the plans when she was taken from me. A man had somehow managed to sneak into the girls' dorm at the college and decided on her room. She had fallen asleep early in order to wake up to study for the finals that were coming up, so she had taken some sleeping aids to help her sleep through the night. Later, we found out that she miscalculated the dose to use and ended up using too much. This piece of shit of a human had slipped in with a knife, assaulted her, and then slit her throat, leaving her to bleed out in her bed all the while she was asleep. I came today because I cannot let go of what has been done to her. My heart aches at the thought that she was taken so violently, that I was not there to protect her, or that I would never see her loving face again. I stood at the end of her grave, just talking to her, telling her how much I missed her when I noticed a flash of white out of the corner of my eye. I glanced up, but there was no one there. I was certain I saw something, so much so that every single hair on my body was standing on end. I looked around for a moment longer when a shiver ran through my body. Then I went back to speaking to my dead girlfriend. As I continued, I heard the grind of metal and stone and looked up immediately. There in front of me, about 20 yards away, was a mausoleum, its doors standing wide open. I thought it was odd that the doors were open, so I figured the groundskeeper had gone inside. I tried to get a better look, but it was so dark I could not see anything. I stepped a few feet closer, but still, no luck seeing inside. I wanted to take a look, but I wasn't ready to leave just yet, so I turned back to the grave and continued to speak. Again, another flash of white from the corner of my eye. I turned expecting to see nothing, but this time, in the doorway of the mausoleum, was this beautiful woman, clothed in a white dress that seemed to float just above where it should be laying on her body. Her eyes were black as night, skin so pale, and jet black hair that flowed down her shoulders and back. She was beautiful, and she looked exactly like my love, except only more pale. I immediately started to walk her direction, but remembered it could not be her. She was laying in a grave not more than 10 feet away. I started to turn around and a small moan could be heard in the air. I looked back to the woman in white and she gestured with one hand to come to her, so I did, this time without hesitation. I arrived at the doors and she was still there, waiting for me. I took one step inside and she took my hand, leading me into the darkness beyond. I did not hear the doors close behind me, and I did not hear the shouts from the groundskeeper. The only thing I could hear was the sound of my heart fading the further I walked inside, and I was powerless to stop it.